Hey, hey, Virgo, Mel, intuitive coach here. Excited to bring in your January 2025 love and family reading. Welcome back if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right. Welcome, Virgo. Now, I am hearing Christina Aguilera's voice in my head, and the lyrics that I'm hearing her sing are, "Say something, I'm giving up on you." You could be asking the universe for a sign. You could be asking someone to get clear with their intentions. I feel like this is a month for focus. This is a month for you really to ask yourself what you truly want. I see that there is an integration period that you've had to go through. Yeah, seven of Pentacles. This is timing. This is about you taking a look and seeing if something is going to grow. Like, say something. Is this an opportunity to move forward, or do I need to pivot? Do I need to course correct? Look at that. You have the Death card showing up twice. You have it in your past position, and you also have it excuse me, as crossing your energy here, because I feel like it almost feels like you don't want something to end, hence you asking for a sign, right? Give me a sign, say something. And if you are single, I feel like you're asking the universe to bring in love. You've been asking and praying for some changes to come in here, but for whatever reason, there is resistance to letting something go. And we'll take a look here why. Now, there's the Two of Wands. There's the focus. This is about you getting focused here in the month of January in order to really fully move forward. And I see that you've done something in the past. You may have already moved forward, beyond some sort of an ending. So you may be saying, Mel, I have left that behind. I am ready to fully move forward. But I feel like you kind of got stuck. It's like you moved forward, and then maybe you paused and you said, wait a second, is this where I want to be? And you may be looking over your shoulder and saying, did I do the right thing? Now, I do have the snake showing up. Now, when the snake shows up, perhaps there was some sort of competition or enemy. This could be the other woman. This could even be old fears or limitations that hold you back, Virgo. But I feel like you are really ending out, right? They're showing me the world. You're ending out an old cycle that delayed your gratification. Yeah, you're ending out an old cycle that delayed your gratification. You are showing up here near future King of Swords. So I see a King of Wands and a King of Swords. So it almost feels like some of you could even have like two energies that you're dealing with at this time. Maybe this is a family member. Maybe it is a spouse. But I feel like you are wanting some answers. That is what I keep picking up on. Like, say something. How do I move forward from here? Or maybe you want an apology. You want someone to tell you how they feel, but they're not. They could be up in their head with that King of Swords energy. The King of Swords doesn't often, express himself. He could be someone who doesn't let his emotions take over. He holds them close to him, and he tries to rationalize or, think through his emotions, and that's frustrating. Now, I do see for some of you that are single, you're not going to be for long because you have some options here available. You could be dating, maybe putting yourself back out there. You are entering into a new phase. I will tell you that. There's a big phase coming in that's going to open your heart up. Bottom of the deck, there's the third king. You have the King of Pentacles showing up at the bottom. So this could be numerous people playing out in matters of the heart, numerous family members, numerous contracts that you've had with certain individuals. Let's see where this is going, Virgo. Now, yes, the Death card is showing up twice. And typically when the death card shows up, this is, a situation that is done, dead, and over with. It's something that you don't want to revive, or it can't be revived in any way. This is an ending that has occurred for you, right? For you, not to you, but for you. Meaning this has happened for your highest good, even if it doesn't feel that way. There is a relationship that is over, but it may feel like something around this energy is kind of sneaking its way back in. Now, I don't know if it's the actual person, okay, or if it is the energy of vulnerability that is showing up, maybe even the energy of, anger or competitiveness. You may be triggered by opening your heart up here. But the beautiful thing about this, Virgo, is you are stepping into the self-indulgent piece of self-worth and value. And that is something you've had to work on healing, and knowing that you are worth love and that you are worth being in partnerships and relationships that are full of respect, right? And loyalty and honesty, and they're not one-sided. This is about self-appreciation. And also taking a look at, how you've also contributed to the demise of relationships in the past, because so often we point our fingers at the other person and we think, if they would have been better at this, if they would have done this, if they, we tend to look at it from that perspective. But you also are taking a look at you, right? You're pointing the finger back at you here, and you're saying, wait a second, what within me needs to heal, right? What part of this relationship can I reflect on so I truly, can see the type of relationships that I want to be in? Because maybe I wasn't being the best, nurturer. Maybe I was holding back here in some way. Maybe I was enabling by overgiving and not allowing someone to love up on me. And I feel like you're really diving into some of those aspects. You have been diving into them. And because you've been doing the work and the self-respect piece, I feel like you're rising. You have the Phoenix coming in. This is a new phase. Because we have rekindle, some of you, a very small percentage of you, could certainly be rekindling something that you thought was entirely done. Okay, you could be. This could be giving someone a second chance, especially if there was some sort of lies or some sort of, dishonesty here. I feel like you could be transforming this relationship, where maybe you're looking at how you both contributed to it, instead of saying, this person cheated, but what was going on within the dynamic of, again, seeing it from a holistic viewpoint, right? Not saying that it's okay to do any of that and that it was your fault. Not at all. This is taking a look at it from all different angles and perspectives. So if you are wanting to make a marriage or make a relationship work, I don't want to say make, because that sounds forceful, but if this is something where two hearts are, intertwined, and this could be a family member where there was a lot of hurt, there was a lot of, things that you may have wished could have turned out differently, but you see them now for what they were, growth opportunities. And perhaps there is an opportunity for you and a loved one to come back together, okay? A loved one, or, an ex, take it as it resonates to you. But what I do see is you're not going back to that old energy. You're not ever going to go back to how things had been in the midst of some sort of chaos, because you've both grown. You've grown in huge ways. And if you are, on your own and you say, Mel, that relationship is over, I will never talk to that person again, I feel like you've also gained a level of self-awareness here. And you have this opportunity now to look at love in a different way, because sometimes when we go through those experiences of heartache or heartbreak, Virgo, we tend to tell ourselves a story of, I'm never going to open up to love again, they're all going to cheat, or I'm going to be alone forever. We don't even realize that these are the things that we're telling ourselves until it becomes a default subconscious belief. And then it's difficult, right? Because it's in the subconscious mind. It's not being brought up to our everyday awareness, but that may be part of what's kept you, away from love. And I feel like something is being brought up to your awareness now. You've changed your mind. You have changed a belief. And now you are rising from the ashes and you're saying, wait a second. I deserve every shot at love. I deserve every opportunity to bring happiness and flow and laughter and abundance into my world. I deserve to be that energy, right? Or to attract that energy because you are that energy. Bottom of the deck, you have camera. Someone is making some memories because you've learned from the past. And look at what it says, perception. So everything that we just talked about, it feels like some of you've taken on a lot, and I see that you're ready to step into a new chapter of your life. That's exactly what you're doing with the timing showing up. Now, some of you have put a lot of time into a relationship or a dynamic, and that may be questionable, right? You may be saying, well, can I even do this? Can I leave this union? I've been in it for 7 years or 17 years or however long. So it's crossing your mind. It's crossing your path here. And I feel like it has everything to do with your belief system and your vision. Like, what do you want to be? Like, where do you want to be at? That's why you have the Two of Wands, Virgo, showing up below you, because this is the energy of getting focused. Right now, you're asking the universe for a sign, for a sign that can help you step out of your comfort zone. This is a sign that can help you not doubt your path or your decision, or not to stay in some sort of stagnant, paralyzed energy. I feel like you're saying, I don't want that. I don't want to stay where I'm not welcomed, or I don't want to stay stuck, paralyzed, or, trapped, because there's a big wide world out there. And I feel like you are getting clear this month on what you want. Now, there's a tad bit of resistance, and it may just be because you've been doing something for quite some time in the same way, right? You've been single for quite some time. So it's a little bit of a difference to kind of switch that script and start dating and really allow yourself to be vulnerable after you've spent so much time alone. Same goes for the opposite. If you've been in a relationship for a while, it can be completely a different life to go from being in a relationship to being single. And I feel like that's what's happening. There is a flip side to something going on here between you and someone that probably was very important to you, or is very important to you. Otherwise, it wouldn't be such a difficult choice to make. But I see here in the recent past, this is the turning point. So it feels like you've already had something happen here in the past. You've already had some sort of sign. Why are we still sitting in this death energy? Maybe you're waiting for something. You're waiting for, the house to sell. You're waiting for the children to, go off to college, or you're waiting for your financial status to get better, or whatever this is. It almost feels to me like Spirit is saying, don't wait. Don't wait, because you're already rising. That's the sign. If you want a sign, Spirit is saying transition now. Don't wait for Friday. Don't wait for that special time. Like, this is it. You have to step into your power here and your integrity. Yeah, the King of Wands. This is what's above you, Virgo. King of Wands is courage. It's Leo's energy here of determination and breaking free of the restraints and confinements. He's the king who marches to the beat of his own drum, right? He is the king who is active and passionate and driven. He's someone who's very adventurous and very warm and very assertive. And I feel like this actually is your potential. Okay. Now, of course, this can be a King of Wands showing up, coming in. This is the potential for you to meet this individual. But first, it starts with you being this energy yourself. Right? This starts with you acting in your integrity. Are your values lined up with where you are going? And that's what you're questioning at this time, because in the near future, it feels like you're facing here some sort of choice that maybe you are making a choice logically, Okay, maybe this is a head over heart matter. I feel like this is about you cutting through, hence the King of Swords. Maybe you're cutting through some of those barriers that have held you back, because oftentimes the reason why the Death card holds us back, the reason why we have a difficult time letting go, is because Scorpio's energy of water and emotion hold us back. So you are making a precise, logical, rational choice here. And I see for some of you, you may say, well, Mel, the rational choice is to wait, or the rational choice is to do this. But I feel like it's deeper than that. It feels like it's aligned with your integrity. So you stepping into your values and beliefs now, not waiting for you to step into them. So you're going to figure this out. And it reminds me of one of my favorite books, Everything is Figure Outable. So even if you feel like there's not a way, there is. Where there's a will, there's a way. And both of the kings showing up, all three of them, remember the kings are action takers. They didn't get to king status by not taking a risk or not making a move. And I feel like this is you feeling more empowered. I really do see that, yes, there could be more than one person in your energy, but I feel like these are also characteristics and aspects of yourself, Virgo. Now, how are you doing? You're showing up as the justice scales with the balancing act here, right? You have the moon and you have the sun, you have yin and yang, and you have here the rainbow. And I'm also getting that light as a feather here. So for some of you, there is a balancing out. Some of you may have even been in a bit of a karmic cycle, or, you played out some karma, and that's okay. That's not a bad thing. So often we tend to run the other way, or we don't want to deal with karma, but you got to remember, Virgo, karma is an action based on some sort of choice that we've made. That's it. Right? That's all it is. So if you have taken action or lack of, you're going to receive some sort of consequence. And I see that some of you may be dealing with a divorce. Okay, some of you may have a divorce coming in, and maybe that's what you are finalizing. That could be something you are waiting for it to complete, and I understand that. But the justice is also about, accountability and retribution. And again, karma. So I feel like something is coming into balance here, and you're showing up, with the rainbow above you. This means that there are sunnier days ahead. It means that something is renewing. Life is coming full circle in a way. And that could be that world energy that I keep picking up on. Because the emotional part of ourselves is something you've been working through, but I also see that fiery sun energy within you as well. It feels like some of you, like night and day, if there's more than one person showing up here in your world, or if there's a couple different people that show up here in the near future, they could be like night and day difference from what you've dealt with. Some of you could be meeting someone who differs from your usual type. That's not a bad thing, okay? That's not a bad thing, because sometimes it's those polar opposites that kind of come together and bring balance. I absolutely love the moon. I love the sun, because I know that it's through that polarity. You can't have one without the other. And you are seeing the balance in all things. So you really are feeling more balanced now that you've made a conscious choice and move forward with it. Now, what's going on? Oh, wow. Where did she sneak in here? We have the Queen of Wands. Look at her. She's spontaneous. And we see the King of Wands. This is the potential. So here we have a power couple. Here we have a power couple. So if you are not currently in a relationship, Virgo, well, look out, because we have the potential to be in one. And the King and Queen of Wands, they're fun. They're adventurous. They do stand in their integrity. They're fiery and they're spontaneous. They're good at living life to the fullest because they are courageous enough to be vulnerable. I feel like, and also, I mean, maybe someone's pregnant here. Someone could have children with an individual or start a family or this could be the start of a new cycle because it looks like her belly is swollen there. Or maybe someone just has a little bit of a belly. That's fine too. But I feel like, oh, wow. I feel like she sees something within this person. And look she has the mask that is the same one that is being held up here with the Two of Wands. Say something. I'm giving up on you, right? Someone is saying something here. The universe is either saying something to you, giving you some important information, some important insight, but you're seeing something clearly now. And I feel like it really energizes you. It magnifies you to open yourself up in ways that inspire you because she is spontaneous. The Queen of Wands, she's beautiful. She's beautiful inside and out. And once you see something, once it's like up close and personal in a way, I feel like you know what you want and you're dedicated to manifesting it. So if you don't have this already, you're about to. And for those of you that, you're separating from an energy, I feel like it's to prepare you for the right one. If you're in a relationship currently that maybe you're questioning, does this have a potential? I feel like the potential is for more, spontaneity, but it's going to depend on both individuals because maybe you're dealing with a King of Swords. You could be dealing with someone who, holds their emotions in a little bit more, and it may take this person time. And some of you are like, Mel, it's taken 7 years. They haven't shown me. Well, if you can accept that this is who this person is and you can be okay with that without trying to change them, but looking at how you can co-create together, then you'll come together and it can be different. But if you are waiting on someone to be who they want you to be, you're going to be caught up in that backspin. You're going to be caught up in that karmic cycle. Now, hopes and fears, Four of Swords, to put that mind to rest. For some of you, it's just to rest and get some downtime. The Four of Swords here is R&R, healing, self-care, rejuvenating, taking some time out, some time to, just maybe connect with nature, connect with the beach, connect with another here, maybe going on vacation, taking a little bit of time for yourself. I love the Four of Swords when it's showing up in the upright because it means that we're putting the mental mind, the chaotic monkey mind to rest. And in order to do so, in order to come up with some clear choices moving forward, I feel like this is mandatory. This is necessary for you to kind of give the mind a rest, and then you can revisit it from a different angle. Now, what's coming in above you? We have an offer. There is an offer of love here. We have the Knight of Cups. This is a voyage. You see that this kayaker is out there and he has 1,000,000 stars over top of him. Some of you could live in a place where all the stars are bright. You may even see a shooting star. Some of you could see some really cool things in the sky. This could also be where you talk to an individual deep into the night here. So the Knight of Cups is about taking action, being open to love and having more emotional depth to this union. So for those of you that are single, love is coming in here. Why? Because you are attracting it, because you are becoming that vibrational frequency. And for those of you that are struggling right now, there is going to be a choice that's made that honors your values and who and what you need to do and who and what you need to become in order to get to where you want to be. And for those of you that are married, I feel like there is an acceptance here of this is my partner, and if I choose to stay, then that's the consequence, right? That's that karma. And I feel like you could stay, absolutely. But again, if you're wanting someone to be in that King of Wands energy, it's going to require both of you kind of coming together, compromise, negotiating. Otherwise, I just feel like it could be a little bit one-sided, but there's action nonetheless. So regardless of relationship status, I see the action here of opening the heart. Beautiful. Let's get a message from the wisdom of the oracle. What do we have here for Virgo? We have, to be fair, there's the justice scales. And you know what's interesting is on both of these scales here, they're both balanced. So I see a rebalancing coming into play here. Some of you could be 38 years old, but there's definitely some sort of justice, or this could be someone taking accountability for their actions. Maybe someone is doing the logical thing. Maybe there is communication. There could even be an apology coming in. Someone is taking accountability for some actions, and they may be saying, I was wrong, right? I was wrong. And that's not a bad thing to admit. You know, when I'm wrong, I'll be the first to admit it. Hey, I was wrong. I apologize, you know, because that's how we learn. That's how we grow. We shouldn't be too proud to cover it up or to gaslight or to say, well, and make excuses, right? And people do that. Sometimes people do that. But when I see the justice here, if someone is making excuses and it's all off kilter, that's what you're leaving in the past. You're saying, if someone is not willing to take accountability, I'm moving on to be in a relationship where there's balance. There is common, equal trust and respect. That's why you have the King of Pentacles showing up here. And if you've dealt with someone who is willing to admit their faults and they're willing to, make some sort of amends and put the action into becoming a better version of themselves, then I feel like you're giving them a second chance. That's what it comes down to here. All right, let's get a message from your crystal spirit guides. And at this time, Virgo, if you can safely do so, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from your solar plexus chakra, your belly area. Nice big inhale. Hold it as long as you can. And release through the mouth with a nice deep sigh. And with your eyes still closed, tune into that third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you, Virgo, to imagine the first crystal or gemstone that shows up in your mind's eye. Now, your crystal could hold a specific shape, size, or color. Perhaps your gemstone is in the shape of a heart. Maybe it's the size of your palm. Your crystal could be a beautiful color of pink, purple, ocean blue, clear, or multicolored. Your crystal could be tumbled, polished, rutilated. Maybe it has many points. Maybe it's showing up as a pendant or a ring. You might even know the name of the crystal in your mind's eye. And if not, that's okay. Just tune into the frequency that it's giving off. Perhaps that of unconditional love, protection, strength, or guidance. There is no right or wrong answer, Virgo. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do, Virgo, is drop your crystal in the comment section below. to be entered into the giveaway. Make sure you hit that subscribe and bell button so you don't miss that notification. All right, you can drop the name if you know it, drop the size, the shape, the color, or whatever was showing up in your mind's eye. Okay, your crystal spirit today is Auralite. Auralite, this is the energy here of 23. Maybe 23 is a significant number. Some of you could be born on the 23rd, or you have 23 in your phone number or in your address. Auralite contains 23 different minerals and is a healer on so many levels. No one benefit outweighs the others. Starting slowly, meditating with this stone for short periods of time regularly allows us to become used to its energy. It works on all of the chakras. And how interesting is that? I noticed on the Justice card, look at the chakras. They are illuminated. So you could be working with crystals, maybe even minerals, supplements, and nutrients to feel more balanced, to feel more whole. It says here, this is a stone that can be used effectively to address any issue of the mind, body, and spirit. And when it comes to relationships, the message for you, Virgo, is this. Are you mindful of what is going on right now in your relationships? Its qualities and patterns. Auralite spirit wants you to observe what is working. There's that 2 of Wands, right? Focus. Let's get those glasses on here. Not the rose-colored lens, but let's really take a look at some patterns that may be playing out or some qualities within you and within someone else. It says what is working so that you can build upon it, and to see what is not working so you can begin to address it. Be fully present in your relationships today. Meditate, and then as you interact with those you love, pay attention, observing without judgment, noticing what is happening without spinning a story of shoulds and oughta haves. Open your eyes that you might deepen your love and connection. For now, your ability to be present and free of distraction is very strong. I told you, especially because you're feeling more balanced and because of this Queen of Wands showing up. She has that mask on, right? Or I shouldn't say she has the mask on, but it's more of, she has the ability to focus, because that's what's coming up in the 2 of Wands. This mask is the same one that she's holding up. So she has this ability to really focus on what she wants to manifest. What is the story that she's telling herself? What is the story, Virgo, that you are telling when it comes to matters of the heart? Because I feel that you want balance, and you are meant to observe some of those thought patterns without judgment. And that is ultimately going to shift you in a new direction. That is what I have for you, Virgo. If this resonates, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And of course, drop your crystal spirit below to be entered into that free reading giveaway. And if you haven't already checked out your 2025 yearly reading, I will link it in the video. That playlist will also be in the description box below. Thanks so much for tuning in, Virgo. Lots of love.